Nook is delivering a speech from the Engage on Humor path, the Know Your Sense of Humor project. DTM Nuch is a consultant in organizational development and EQ trainer. She joined Toastmasters in June 2016, and she's currently a member of 5 Toastmasters Club. Wow. And I would like to ask Tim Wilson, her evaluator, to read to us the objectives of her project.
The objectives of Nuch's speech are to deliver a speech that includes at least one anecdote or story intended to entertain the presentation.
Okay, thank you, Tim. I think we lost you there for a second. And that's very well. I think we could all understand. And now, please, Nuch, with her speech, Thinking Makes It So. Toastmaster Nuch, please, the screen is yours.
There is nothing either good or bad. Thinking makes it so. A quote from William Shakespeare, Hamlet. And I'm Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster and guests. When I was young, I liked to follow my elder brother around. He liked to play game with his friend or boys. And one thing he allowed me to play is whatever game that he play, like being the Marvel heroes or anything, I have to play that from the beginning start. So one day I follow him around, climbed a tree. And when I reached a branch, the branch broke. I fell down. I felt the excruciating pain on my relocated shoulder, and I'm going to scream. Then my brother jumped down and said, "Nuch, you know what? You landed perfectly, gracefully on your 4 feet, just like a beautiful unicorn." So instead of thinking about the pain, I channel my thought to how graceful I was as a unicorn. Fast forward 20 years later, when I came back from studying abroad and found my father at home, and I noticed why people screaming at each other when we talk with him. And then I later found out that he need a hearing aid, but he refused to wear it. So I talked to him one day, said, "Dad, it's very dangerous not wearing the hearing aid, because what happened at night when you're alone and there's someone screaming, 'Fire, fire!' So what happened?" My dad said, "Nuch, you know, I have the reason not wearing hearing aid because that way I have a choice to choose whom I should listen to. Like sometimes your mother nag on me a lot. So I can choose not to wear the hearing aid. That way I can maintain peace in the household." So the story of my childhood story and my dad's story have one thing in common. In life, we have one-to-one relationship between the life event and the reaction to the event. So our brain are hardwired to the automatic reaction of the event. So if I did not channel my narrative, my thought from negative to positive, then I will react the way that I will regret afterward. For instance, like I will scream at my father all the time because he didn't hear the hearing aid, or I will cry on that day when I fell from the tree and my brother would be in trouble. So we all have control of our reaction toward life's event. We have a space to control by changing our narrative from negative to empowering one. For instance, what I use is to become mindful of our reaction. So before the automatic reaction kick in, I can change by reframing my narrative. For instance, I use this often during the lockdown when I stay at home, work, and whole day in my pajama, work on the computer, go to bed, whole day. And I felt depressed. But then I can think about change my narrative and say, you stay safe at home. So enjoy all the opportunity and the quality time you have with your family. So that make me feel better. And another example in my life that I use mindful awareness is when I cook for my family one night and they all turned out late and they said they already eaten. They said, what? I spent the whole day laboring, cooking. I'm not a good cook, but I cooked. And then later on, I cool down and I think, so what? I can just put the food back in the fridge, reheat it next day, and it's no big deal. So once I can change or reframe my narrative, I can control my reaction from the negative to empowering one. So life is what our thought make it. We can control our reaction. Madam, Toastmaster of the day.
Great speech, Nook. Thank you so much.